Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna go over EX1 Imperialdramon. And man, he got a lot of support in EX1, making this deck so much more explosive and fun. And anyway, let's get into it. And right off the bat, let's go ahead and start off with these DGX. I have 4 of the BT3 Demi Vmon. When attacking once per turn, this Digimon has jamming, trigger, draw 1, which is great because the majority of your Digimon are going to have jamming. And then the last one, a Demi Vmon. I actually have this one for just in case you run into a mirror match. You get the extra 1000k when you unsuspend and you attack. That's pretty much it. You could go with the 4 just for draw power, but again, 5, and there we go. That's my baby stack. We have 2 of the jamming Vmons. They're always good if you just want to swing and he's not gonna die, so they're forced to get rid of him. So I just got 2. Next we have 4 of the BT2 Vmons. Alright. 4 of the BT2 team, a lot of TTs in there. 4 of the BT2 Vmons here. So when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, trigger draw 1. Again, helps with drawing power. So you got Demi Vmon with Vmon, you're able to essentially almost draw 2 if you have jamming and you unsuspend. So there's that. Got those 2. Got these 2. And I have 4 of the new Vmons from the EX1. I'll probably make this a little better. 4 of the EX1s. And this one is your turn once per turn. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, gain 1, which, as you know, you're going to be unsuspending a lot. You are going to be gaining memory, which can come in handy if, let's say, you don't have a Davis or you don't have a memory set tamer, and then you digivolve, you unsuspend, you gain a memory. And spicy card here, 2 Dracomons. And I got these 2 Dracomons because you can get a Digimon with Dramon in its name. This goes for Imperialdramon and Imperialdramon. Both level 5 and level 6 works for it. Really good going through your deck to get a piece that you're missing. And I got 1 Madoki just for a memory boost. And if you're facing a mirror match, if you have a Madoki Betamon, this Vmon is not going to trigger and they won't be able to gain that 1 memory, which actually happened to be my matchup with that I had, and I used this deck. They had a memory set tamer and then my effect didn't trigger, and there you go. And last but definitely, let me move this out of the way, not least, I actually splashed 2 Wormon on here. So these Wormon, I put, because they're green, but on deletion reveal top 3 cards, add 1 level 4 or level 5 Digimon. So this is another way of you getting your Imperialdramon level 5 or 6. I'm sorry, level 4 or 5. Not to mention if you don't have any champions, or if you don't have any ultimates, it's a great way to get one. Not only that, you're going to attack. Obviously, it's not going to survive, but the chance it does, then you can keep swinging until it dies. So I got that, and then I chose a Wormon because he does have the free trait still. So you're able to, and then not only that, you're able to Digivolve on top. So that's pretty much it for the rookies here. And let's move on to the champions. Champions, I got 4 Stingmon. And man, this card is really great. Not to mention you can Digivolve on top of a blue rookie. It has piercing, and then you have an inherit that gives it piercing. And one thing that I noticed when I was playing, it doesn't give it to just Imperialdramon. It gives it because it reads, while this Digimon has Imperialdramon in its name or free in its trait, it gains piercing. So what this means is if you have a level 5 Imperialdramon on top of here, he gets piercing. So now if you put the level 5 that has jamming, now you got jamming and piercing without even have to go into level 6. So really great card. And then of course you have your 4 XVmon, this new one. And it's a great card because it has jamming, so you're able to attack. You're able to attack and not have to worry about him dying. Not only that, he has Inherit for jamming, which is great for the new EX1 Imperialdramon because he does not have jamming. And last but not least, obviously you never want to miss your Lobomons. So I got 2 Lobomons just to finish games. If you need to, you can. Actually, yeah, I'll just leave them at 2. But this is pretty much it. The champion lineup. If you want to make any changes to this, you could. I mean, depending how you want to play this deck, you could swap out maybe a card or 2 for like a blocker or something in case you want to run a blocker. But since this deck is so fast, I don't really see it needing a blocker. But there we go. Those are the champions. So, for ultimates, we got 4 Imperialdramons. And I truly believe this is the best Imperialdramon still. Just because he has jamming. Not only that, you have jamming, but what makes him the best is his Inherit. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Imperialdramon in its name, you unsuspend it. So that gives you 2 attacks every turn, so far as you survive. So now, like I was saying, you stack that with the Stingmon in the bottom. Now you got jamming and piercing because he has free in its trait. So that's a little combo there, in case you're waiting for your level 6. And I am doing 3 Imperialdramons EX1. I didn't go for 8 just because kind of to mitigate bricking. And not only that, since you have a lot of ways to, in this deck specifically, you have a lot of drawing power and a lot of ways to get these. I feel like 7 is a good range. Definitely want to have 4 of these. You don't want to go less. 3 is fine. So this one is when Digivolving, if a Digimon card with free in its traits is in the Digimon's Digivolution card, unsuspend this Digimon. So really good. So really quick. You swing with the XVmon who has jamming. You go ahead and Digivolve into this Imperialdramon. Now you're gonna restand, essentially ending turn. That way you don't have to worry about its dying since it stays suspended. And there we go. So those 3. So the Inherit for Imperialdramon here is when you attack with an Imperialdramon, you cannot be blocked. So again, right now the format doesn't really run many blockers, but who knows, maybe in the future blockers may come back or whatnot, and you may need to put it to 4. But since you're going to have piercing with Stingmon too, it also doesn't matter. So you can see why these are Dino-Beamon is okay, but what makes this one better is just that when you Digivolve, you can unsuspend yourself. And that's why I chose to go with this one. And there we go. That's Ultimates from here. And the main boys of the deck, you have 3 Imperialdramon EX1. So this is a really good card. And I actually liked it more as I was playing it. So when you Digivolve, if you have, in your Digivolution source free in its trait, you can unsuspend this Digimon and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So this is really great, especially if, there's a blocker and let's say you don't have piercing from Stingmon or you don't have the Imperialdramon that becomes unblockable. His effect still kicks off if you need an extra last swing. You can unsuspend yourself. Here's the thing, right? So you attack with Imperialdramon, Digivolve, you get to unsuspend from his effect, suspend another one, swing, uses effect, come back, and swing for the 3rd time. potentially. Assuming he doesn't die, since he won't give him jamming, but that's why you have XP month to have jamming. So there you go. And then his other effect, which makes it really, really great, is for every different in its evolution sources, gains 1,000 DP for your turn only. So now if you got Stingmon, you got a Imperialdramon, and you got this, his DP on your turns are going to be 13k, which is great if you have a mirror match, or some megas are 12 DP. So it allows you to swing over them. So there's that. And then the other three, still probably the best in Imperialdramon is 3. So now here you can go to 4 if you want and take this down to 2, but both of their effects are good in my opinion, especially depending what you're going up against. But this Imperialdramon from BT3, you swing, every Digimon that has jamming unsuspends, and then obviously he has jamming. So a good thing that could happen with him here is if you have this Imperialdramon underneath. Now he's not only has jamming, but now he's unblockable. And there we go. I was trying to remember what I was trying to say, but not to mention you have a Stigma underneath, so now you're gonna have jamming and piercing. Really great. So there you go. So those are the megas that I choose to run. 6. Again, like I said, you can do it however you want. I was actually debating on taking 1 out just because of my drawing power and having cards that allow me to get them quicker. I feel like having 6 was too much, but I still got to do a little more play testing. So for now, I'm going to leave it at 6. And of course, we have 2 Omnis to finish game, right? So as I was saying with this Imperialdramon, once you can swing 3 times, now you just go into Blitz, unsuspend, and swing for game if your opponent has 3 security left. And obviously it works with both. Okay, so 2 for there. I'm going to put this on the side. Now, for Tamers, I run 4 Davises just because you do want to see them. And yes, 4 can be too much, but what makes Davis probably the best tamer to have, well, not probably, he is the best tamer to have, is that he's not only a memory set tamer, you reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck, and you can add 1 blue and 1 green Digimon. So you can add both of these 2. You can add a Wormon, and if I can find it, you can add a Wormon. You can add any Vmon. You can add any Imperialdramon. Right, so you can add any card that you have in your deck. And since I'm running a little more green here, it comes in handy, and I'm able to, sorry, I'm trying to fix these cards now. It comes in handy, and you'll end up getting 2 cards in your hand. And that's really, really great. So that's really why I kind of run 4. Not only that, if he's in the security, he pops off, his effect activates, you're at least going to get 1 card, but potentially you can get 2. So got 4 Davises, and this one, I'm still testing this one, but I have it more for a mirror match and to help me with memory. I got a Sora and Joe. Well, if start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards in play, you gain 2 memory. So now, if you have Davis and Sora and Joe, and your opponent has a rookie or whatever with nothing underneath, or a Digimon with nothing underneath, you're always going to start your turn at 5. For 1. Second, when you attack with the blue Digimon, you can suspend the trash 2 from the Digivolution sources. So it's really great if you're going against mirror matches, if you're going against Jesmon. You're able to kind of counter that in a way by trashing its sources. So that's why I put 1 in here. And again, a little more play testing that I have to do with it, but I really have it more for mirror match and Jessamon, if you go against Jessamon. So moving on to options, I have one Ice Wall, and the reason I have one is because of eventually it's going to get restricted because of the new ban list that's out. I know it's not banned yet, but once cards are banned, I'm just like, okay, there's no point. So I have one Ice Wall, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, when attacking, you lose 2 memory until the end of the next turn for all your opponent's Digimon. Really good for defense, especially if you have a mirror match and then, you know, they're going to be able to unsuspend all the time, attack you 3 times. That's 6 memory that they lose, which they're not really ever going to have that much memory. And I have one blue memory boost, again, just to kind of help me go through the deck and get a card that I want. Not only that, in the following turns, if I need more memory, I'm able to, you know, just bounce this, get to memory, and build up faster, which actually does help a lot, especially if you have, you know, like only a Davis and you have this. Now you can, now you can jump up to 5 memory instead of 3. So I do run 1 memory boost. And then for removal, I have, I still don't even know if I can pronounce it right. The Cockteous Breath, Cockia, whatever. I run 3 just for the removal, and obviously, you know, if it gets hidden security, you can return one of your opponent's Digimon to his owner hand. Really great for removal. That's really it. Well, there you go, guys. That's my deck list for Imperialdramon EX1 updated, including with the update of the restrictions and bans and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think. How do you guys run your Imperialdramon? Are you using it? Have you gone against it? You know, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys do like this type of content, so I can do more. And stay safe out there, and I will see you guys on the next video.